you know what? I can't remember. I hit 1 star. I just remembered I become 2 star after that miracle that happened to Dr. Marilyn Soli's mom. And then I hit 3 star in about just 1 week, and then I hit elite 3 star after 6 months, I believe. So, and then that happened. And you know what? 2018 came, and before that, I would like to show you my screen because there's something really, really important for you. Remember, I was telling you that it's really very hard for the family, even for us to put food on the table. When my upline started calling me about my commission and is sending me already the money, I treated my children. I remember the very first treat that I gave to my 2 sons. And you know how it is that you are already used to just eat, what's this, from, you buy it from Carinderia worth 30 pesos. You know what, it's a a small restaurant called the Carinderia Hill in the Philippines. You just, buy 60 peso worth or 2 viands, and then, you're able to eat. Imagine I have 2 really growing sons, and you know how they really want to eat really good, and you cannot really provide. I thank the Lord because my sons were really cooperating. They were not complaining. They were not saying anything. They were just like, cooperating with our situation. And I even if maybe they're very hungry, what they do is they will just sleep. So maybe, to get out of the hunger. And as a mother, I was not really blind, no, blind about their experiences. And my heart's desire is that I want to really provide for them really well. But I cannot. And the first commission that I had, I told my son, we meet you at the mall, and then we'll watch. If you look at it, the background of this is really Transformers. But prior to us watching movies, my sons were already. We had our dinner, and I told them, you eat as much as you want. You order whatever you want, and you know what? While we were eating, I was like, cannot really believe that this day would come. It's just as simple as that. But my goal still is not yet over because I have not taken the product. So I was able to have the privilege. Sometime October of 2017, I was able to start. And maybe you want to ask, how was I able to really become a member? Because the first 2 bottles was bought by my sister who went abroad, and then she told me, okay, that was May in 2017. She told me, well, I am an OFW, and then just if there's a need for you to become a member, just go ahead and become a member, okay, and just use my order. That's what happened, and I am already a gold. I had a gold package, a gold member here in the expect. I'll tell you, just like really overwhelming. And since I am not focused about marketing plan, I really do not know how to do it. I was even not trained how to do it. The first, because our upline just so you cannot really get it in one sitting. So I was just like, okay, or my own I have to go to Manila to attend trainings. I have to make sure I have to meet the family. That is what I do. So it's like already attending, growing, but at the same time, I have to meet my family. Okay, let me show you my daughter. This is, I'm sure if King would remember, this is the time when we went to Hong Kong. So I brought my daughter already with me. I cannot bring my whole family because their passport is not ready, only her. And so, you know what? Although Hong Kong is already not my first time, but it was in the way that I was able to go outside the country. for the first time in my life, and it was KL, not Hong Kong. Because during that time, from November, December, when I already qualified for leadership training seminar, I had not missed any of this. November, December, I attended our recognition, and then January in Hong Kong, this was the one, and so on and so forth. But 2018 was really a very challenging year for me. Okay, I would like to just see some pictures. Okay, because I was looking for my outline. I cannot see my outline. I was barely learning. As I told you, I really even do not know how to do marketing plan. And for personal reason, I was able to see my outline, and then I have to really learn all these things. That's why I told you a while back. I have to go to Manila. For what reason? For me to learn. That is what I would just want to thank our Team Supreme Pegasus One with One Ring, Coach Raymond Tong, for being there for me. And he was like, he knows that I'm alone. And then when he meets in Manila, he said, if you really want really grow and re-rate, you really have to Thursday and a Monday because it's teaching. I have to make sure that I am attending, especially if there's big event that I will not miss because I just cannot think about myself yet. I just want to think about how can I be called a leader if I really do not know how to really lead my team. Try to imagine that I just went out my way and just for me to learn. I everything that I've earned in 2017 going onwards 2018 was really poured out in all my learnings, travels, because at that moment, for those who have been here for 3 years already knew, the leaders here knew that we can only get our trainings, our leadership training seminar abroad. Other than that, there's no one actually doing it here in planning with my family. Maybe we can start already to have our car and all that. There's a leader asked me during our China trip, and then he asked me, "Oh, why is it that you do not have a car yet?" So I actually, to be honest, I have not thought about the car. Okay, I have not thought about the car, to be honest with you. And God was like providing wisdom and just providing guidance to me at that very moment. I was just putting my money, everything, not my money, but that was given to me through the Way platform, by investing. Yeah, true. By investing on my learnings, by investing on my learning, by investing on my learning. And one of the good things that not that we did not push through with our plan to have a car. God knows, because as I've said, 2018 was really very challenging month for me. Okay, and I wasn't able to see my outline. I have to really learn on my own, and my two sons. Something happened. Like my second son had an accident. So you know what? I said really in my heart, good thing I did not put that money to our plan to buy a car, because God knows that this accident will happen to my son, and it's a surgical procedure. And then after that, I spent a lot of money for that. And then of course, who actually provided? I know God provided, and He uses what I've earned from you. And it is something that I cannot comprehend. Just when you know that you came nothing, you got in nothing, and then now you're able to provide, especially emergencies like that. You cannot say a word. In fact, when the accident happened, I was doing OPP. And I was like, not all the leaders knew that that is what happened to my son. And I just told you and then my team. He said, "Would you like to go?" And my team is just starting, so I'm doing the presentations, and no one is yet able to do the OPP. So we very are really, really, really new. And then I just prayed at that moment, and I said, I have that confidence. I really have that confidence that my son will be okay. But you know what? He really has a bad, accident. He needs to be had surgery, really major surgery, and all the bills was provided. And not only that, another challenge came about a week after, or even less than a week. That is the time when we went to Sanya. Aubrey was talking about Sanya. We were in China, and then right before that, my son already started to complain something is not, is happening bad in his health, and to find out that what came out is really a deadly disease. So I just trusted, with confidence. I said, God provided me Purtier because He knows that my son will have this kind of sickness also. So I'm not just only providing for myself. I was happy that I was able to provide for my son. And when I went back from Samshanya, I learned that my son was already in the hospital. They were trying to get through me, but of course, in China, they cannot just contact me in Messenger. You know how difficult it is in China for those who went with us in China then. And I arrived Manila 2 o'clock in the morning, and then I came to know. But again, I have that peace in my heart. It's not because I know that there is money, ready for whatever accident. But I am like lost for words because I know God knows, and God gave me that wisdom to do first what is the right thing to make use of the money that He gave me for my training and for my family's needs. And then if I have to show you my screen again, okay? I just have another one, sorry. Okay. Not only that, this one is so special because, as I told you, we're meeting because we're parties is because I'm the ones going to Manila, so we're spending Christmas there, but they're not actually here in Zamboanga. So they all came home, and why is this special to me? This is my mom's birthday, and in our family, each time there is an occasion, and each time we have to share our for anything like these expenses, I'm always exempted because they know I do not have the money. But I'm so thankful because one of the fulfillment is you are able to, I was able to, share, my sisters and they were able to share for this really, really wonderful time. And everything that I could think of at that moment was really, really, everything that we do really boils down to our family, to our purpose, for other people. And again, really not at that moment, not really for my gusto or for myself only. I think I'm happy with what Vieway gave me, that I was able to travel like 2018, 10 countries, like it's almost like every month. I was like happy with that opportunity already and the learnings that I'm getting from Vieway. And before I just want to point this out, and maybe why am I going back to this quotation? Because during the first leadership training seminar here in the Philippines, it was August of 2017. I heard this from no other than one of our senior director, Miss Claudia Ong, and she mentioned this: attitude is everything. Because it's my first time to hear them, and they're speaking in in Mandarin, or in Chinese. I cannot understand, but I'm so grateful at that moment. I'm not sure if there's already by Xuan who interpreted that, if I'm not mistaken. By the way, before I move forward, I would like to acknowledge some leaders in Manila because of the trainings that I'm doing I found a family. Learning all these things and going to Manila, but I would like to my confidence. I would like to mention our team elite Phoenix by the name of Miss Lani Santa Ana. Is she here? I know she's here. Sis, really, I would like to really, honor you today, and I'd like to mention you because it was then I was asking you because I cannot ask. I know that at that time, Coach Raymond is so busy, and if I can find a leader, then I would like to ask them how's these things, and I can remember like Mira. It's just being there, welcoming me, all our Diamond Galaxy family in Metro Manila because Manila was really my training ground, and of course outside the country. Who else? If I'm mistaken, Miss Aubrey, Ellen Don, and all the leaders in Metro Manila. I really found Manila. I feel like, I'm really not alone because I know that I also have a family. Now, looking at this attitude is everything. I believe it was those moments before 2018 that these words, even if, it's kind of hard to understand everything that Miss Claudia was saying, but what I understand was attitude is everything. I to that attitude is really more of what we are made of in the inside. It's associated with our character. It's our virtues, and that will be help me during that moment that I did not give up. I am sure what I want here, what I want to achieve, and whatever like what the storms that actually that hit me in 2018 prepared me really because I was like at that moment wanting to go through the process. And I think the most difficult part in the process, especially when I was really new, and even now, is really when you're when you are like when you're tested. Okay, I think it was Zig Ziglar who said that your attitude, not your aptitude, will determine your altitude. Okay, so yes, I was trying to learn, but I was really careful about how I am responding to the circumstances at that moment. I am then thankful because that quotation, attitude is everything, was unveiled during that leadership training seminar. So that's why leadership sharing like this I wouldn't want to miss. You know what? Because I grew so much. I've learned so much from leaders, hearing them, hearing their stories. Even if they say, sometimes I heard this leader already several times, but you know what? I still want to hear because I know at one point in time I want to say to myself, I choose to be hit. I really want to learn from this leader, and it takes really, a really humility. It takes really a willing heart to really, go on and learn from these from leaders. And you know what, this pandemic, let me just end something like this. No? This pandemic, I believe this attitude again was tested for all of us. And we all know we came to Zoom, and I know that some leaders at that moment was hearing them, their group, some of them are really adjusting, and it's a good thing. Imagine we have already 100 plus right now, that we are able to adjust ourselves in this kind of meeting. And so I think again, I brought again this, I thought to myself about attitude again. Because if you will not be able to, you emptying your cup has also to do with, our attitude. Being willing, okay? Being willing actually to learn. Being willing to go through. The first thing I really did was to, when we were starting then, I heard that our first star meeting, if I'm not mistaken, our another senior director, Dr. Kenny Wong, was saying, what we can do right now is that we can make use of social media and then try to expand our friendships, have more friends, connect with our friends and families or in Facebook and have more friends. And I was like thinking about that because I have a background. I have a background with what? I have a background with social media marketing. I was doing that. I think King was saying I was a virtual assistant. I was doing social media marketing for you that even in 2000, as early as like 2008. So barely Facebook is just new, and I was looking into like, is this really a good way for me, because everybody was like at home, and even if you will call some people, the people that I've been trying to call wouldn't of course not like, or is not yet ready for Zoom. And then I said to myself, how I'll be able then to do what that Kenny was telling us to make use of to make use of social media. And the purpose for that, because he said, if when you are actually using social media to not sell, you just have to reach out to people. And so I started doing that, and it's not easy. And now I remembered, because I saw a very important. I would just want to share this, because I believe that if people are not yet coming to Zoom, what more if they would like to look into social media to reach out to people? My perspective about this really is to really be able to connect more people, and that is better than making my presence there selling, a very low price. No, I would rather give value than devalue what I have actually learned the past years in me doing my career here in Reway. And then maybe I just want to share this. Somehow I hope that this is going to be helpful also, because I found this out. I'm actually, I'm a researcher, so I'm doing some research, and I found this out. Why I also pursue with what I'm doing right now. This is where I'm actually going in terms of expanding my network, expanding my connections. And I saw this and I said, well, not bad. This might be where the people are. It says Filipinos. Okay, I'm talking about Filipinos. I'm sure we have other from other countries maybe. Have the distinction of having the highest internet penetration in the region and being the most active on social media. And it says here 73 million Filipinos are registered internet. 99% of them are active on one social media platform. 9 hours and 45 minutes. An average Filipino spends 9 hours and 45 minutes online. And they spend 3 hours and 53 minutes browsing the social media. And so the reason why I'm sharing this with you is not really to encourage you to do the same thing I'm doing. What I'm trying to say is that I saw that whatever I've learned in my social media work before is helping me out. Now I am able to, the first person is my classmate in elementary. I haven't met him for over 30 years. We were able to connect. I was able to do OP. Those are the things that are positive things that I've seen. These are just some of my friends. And I am actually always bringing in myself. When you have been founded with Reway's culture, if you are very serious about doing this, you will really stand there no matter what storm will come in your life. And I am really sure that all those spendings that I've made the past years was really for now. I've seen that, of course, my learnings, I was able to share to my leaders, but I've seen how it's gonna make me actually strong even in difficult times like this. And knowing that we have a platform like DG, and where we'll be able to pass on to other people what we're doing, and what we're doing that is actually working, maybe we can share to them, sharing and encouraging, hearing from other leaders. I think we really are okay. So as long as we're actually keep doing our activities every time, and I know that sometimes situations like this can make some hearts grow cold a little bit, but you know what, coming to a leadership sharing like this makes us again on fire. And so I would like to really give the glory and honor to our God for the privilege that He has given me, because I know that I have a far much better future here in Reway compared if I would have got stuck in my job and I can do more. That's what I really love. It's not that I don't want a job, but really if I can do a lot with my time that I have doing what is important, then I will continue this until maybe I'll retire. So thank you so much again to my Diamond Galaxy family. Thank you so much for the privilege, and God bless you all. Have a pleasant evening. Thank you so much.
Okay. So let's give Manfred Silaygan a warm round of applause, please. Ayan, magtatagalog po ako. Di ba ang grabe po? Grabe po talaga yung shinare ni Ma'am Fritzy, di ba? You know what? I was actually writing a while ago. From the start of her talk up to the end, I felt like I'm not in a leader sharing. But I felt I was actually listening to a leaders training seminar. Alam niyo po, ladies and gentlemen, personally, I was able to to learn a lot of things. Diba? Number one, pure, her sharing is telling us that Purtier is real. Have you seen her photo? Her before and after? Have you seen her eye bags before? Have you seen her lines? After taking Purtier, look at her now. She is increasing by age, but she is getting younger. Another, Riway is real. If Purity is real, Riway is real. Tama po ba? She told us her story about how she started here in Riway. And you know what? I really admire her as a mother because after she got her commissions, what was the first thing she did? What was the first thing she did when she got her commission? She she treated her children all you can, and then they watch movie, and she said she is not blindfolded as a mother. She sees everything. How did you hear that? Sabi po niya, she's not blindfolded. She sees everything. During the time that her children was so hungry, they just sleep, and she saw that. She saw that suffering from her children, from her kids. But she's so helpless that time. She don't know what to do. And her story is a proof. Sabi nga po, di ba? No matter how good you are, no matter no matter how good you are, no matter how talented you are, if you are not in the right platform, it will really be very difficult for you to change the life of your family. She spent 13 years in ABS-CBN. She tried a lot of careers just to change the life of her family. But only Riway, where she joined like 3 years ago, only Riway changed the life of her family. 3 taon pa lang, tatagalugin ko po. 3 years, ay, sabi ko tatagalugin ko, no? 3 taon pa lang po. She is only 3 years old here in Riway. But I